God damn. God damn, guys. What the fuck?
Oh man. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing here today? Welcome back to another edition of NHP, man. Welcome back to another edition of Unscripted. This is episode 287 of Unscripted, as we are here to talk about the week of wrestling with you guys, man. And yikes. Um
Just
yikes,
so
man.
great week to week, man.
Holy
Don't
fuck.
you just love it?
Yeah, this is wonderful. Um we, we had Dynamite over the past week. We had SmackDown. We had AEW's Grand Slam Australia from Sydney, Australia. Thankfully, there wasn't any moving venues or fucking downgrading people's seats with the same price or moving the fucking up everybody's hotel reservations. There was none of that anymore this year. So, uh, promotionally, the show went better than last time. However, the show was still pretty useless. I thought the show was a good show, but useless nonetheless. I mean, everything on there, there was no shocking anything. There was nothing, crazy that happened on the show. It pretty much everything that was why we didn't even predict the show. Pretty much, bro, everything we predicted. I actually gave them too much of a benefit of the doubt. I was trying to think of somebody else that would end up cutting their hair, but it literally ended up being the most like generic outcome of
Literally.
everything on the show. So I mean, it was a good show. I thought the ladder match was good on it, man. Everything else was just very just you knew walking in what you were gonna get. So it wasn't a letdown or anything like that, but it wasn't a letdown like we're about to endure an elimination chamber here in a couple weeks. But
Hey,
but,
man. We're getting a crate, except for Chris Jericho.
oh god, dude, oh don't fucking say that, bro.
You-
Oh my
I
god,
have, I have like three theories, so I can't wait to get into that. I have like three possible theories.
I thought of one, but mine's kind of stupid. But
I got three. I got
okay,
fucking a no way theory and then two possible theories.
okay. Well, yeah, I technically, yeah, I did have two theories actually, now that I think about it. So, um hey man, I
That is the talking point coming out of Raw. Is a fucking crate.
yes, of a fucking crate, dog. What are we doing?
The hell, man.
So, look, man, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us here today for another edition of NHP. This is episode 287 of Unscripted. If this is your first time watching, you guys do not know the show works every Tuesday. We are live at 12 p.m. Central with Unscripted. Every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we're around here with the news and for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW. We are live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review. Speaking of that, the next time we will be live for a PLE is for WWE's Elimination Chamber. That is here in 2 weeks on the 28th. So not this weekend, but next weekend. We got that.
Yep.
We will not be live directly after the show for that one. That is going to be the only pay-per-view in a very long, I think, ever that we're not live direct. I don't think we've ever went live the next day for a post-show review. So this will be a first.
Very.
Your boys have secured their tickets for the show. We have got some seats for the show. We paid a ridiculous amount of money. And I'll tell you this. WWE is so fucking lucky. They're so lucky that we will probably not get another Elimination Chamber for a very long time. They're also very lucky. They just hung up a Derrick Rose banner. That's all I'll say.
The only two factors is that it's chamber and that it's in the UC, man. If it was like a backlash at Allstate, we would not have been going to this show. I'm sorry, but
no.
you gotta go to a chamber, man. It's just, You gotta go to a chamber. Never been to a chamber? You
Yes.
got to, man. It's one of those things, man. When you get the special match, you gotta go and see that special match, man. Unfortunately.
When we were thinking about when we were securing the tickets, man, I was so on the fence with it. I was like, "How this product sucks." I'm like, "Man, I'm like this pro." I'm like, I just have a feeling the show's not gonna be the best." But then I'm sitting there like, dude, when is the next time Chicago's gonna get a fucking eliminate? I don't even think we've ever gotten elimination chamber. So when's the next time I'll be able to go to a chamber in the fucking United Center of all places, the UC? So so yes, it was a hard call to make because obviously you don't really feel like spending that kind of money, but at the end of the day, man, it is a once in a lifetime experience. However, um
Hey, man.
this is going to be a while for me for WWE shows. The way this fucking company's
Oh,
going and the way these
yeah.
prices are going, I probably won't pop out on another WWE show for a while. I'm not going to lie to you. Me and Sir K have discussed the possibility of going to an AEW show the next time they pop out in Chicago, whenever Will Ospreay comes back, because I do wanna see me an Osprey match live. I can't lie, but the tickets are
Sure.
just more fucking affordable, bro. They're just
Yeah.
more
You
affordable.
pay like 130 for pretty solid seats. You get to go see Will Ospreay and
hmm
fucking Mystico and shit. You know what I mean?
Bro, AEW, I always bring this up as the measuring stick, man. AEW's greatest pay-per-view of all time. This was peak AEW. All Out 2021. Bro, we were like maybe 3 rows back from being on the floor, and those
Yeah.
fucking seats were 160 for their greatest
160
pay-per-view ever.
for essentially like dead center across from the hard cam, man.
Yes.
You got 160, man. Amazing, perfect seat because literally those are the perfect seats too. At least for me, if you're not ringside, I don't get why people buy floor seats. You just can't see nothing.
You
You just got a
can't
bunch
see
of fat
shit.
marks in your face. You can't see nothing unless you're just naturally tall as shit. Go ahead, ball out. I'm quite the opposite, so that would be a very unpleasant experience. We did have floor seats at an all out, and they were pretty solid. They were more like ramp eccentric, so you
Mhm.
still got a good view with those, man. But like those people that are like the middle of like, I don't get how they do that, man. I don't get how they do that. But we had perfect seats for 160, man. 160
Yep. A perfect seats, bro, for their best show they've probably
for
ever done.
the fucking craziest double fucking debut of all time, man.
Yes.
Man, God, that show was fucking good. CM Punk's first match in fucking 7 years, man. That show was peak, man. It really was.
Oh man. So we got yeah, you're like I said, man, your boys did get the elimination chamber tickets, man. So I'm very excited. But yes, we will not be live directly after that show, man. Like uh pretty much what came down to the decision is we've been doing this podcast for 6 years, bro. We've been doing this podcast for 6 years. A lot of obviously a lot of just tremendous memories. And we love doing the post shows with you guys, man. But uh there's not a lot of times we do get to kind of just enjoy ourselves after we go to these shows, man. I mean, if you look at every show we've ever been to, we are live the same night. So essentially, we pretty much run to the car to get home to come do the review
Mhm.
for you guys, man. So we'll be we'll be at the UC, we'll be downtown Chicago, man. So we just decided to just go grab a bite to eat downtown and enjoy the night and see what the fuck happens. So, we're just gonna be chilling. We're just gonna be chilling, man. But we will be live noon, 12 p.m. Central, the very next day. So same time we're live. Now we will be live in 2 Sundays with the Elimination Chamber review, man. So I'm very excited for it, man. I'm very excited. But also very excited for the Superstore, man. I hope that we get a
Excited.
I really hope we get some cool theme merch because for Survivor Series, bro, we got fucking
We got some great
dude,
shit.
we got some amazing, amazing pieces, bro. Like that still have it, still wear it all the time, bro. That fucking Chicago Bulls, that old Bulls like cursive long sleeve shirt that says Chicago 23 on the back. So sick, so sick. Was such a dope piece of merch, man. So I hope we do get a lot more Chicago themed uh Elimination Chamber
Sports related.
merch. Yeah,
Exactly.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
anything.
if WWE really wanted to do something really cool, hopefully we can get some like number one letter or number one numbered lettered number one numbered shirts, being that they literally less than a month ago just hung Derrick Rose's banner. That's probably way wishful thinking, but you guys have heard me and Sir K talk about the whole 9 yards, bro. Blackhawks play in the UC, the Bulls play in the United Center, bro. There's so much you could do with merch.
Dude, they were like, I was just thinking right now, if they were really smart, they would literally have a whole little section and wall for each team to have their theme merch. Bears, Cubs, Sox, Blackhawks, Bulls. I would have their own little section. Each gets their own
Yes.
theme of merch because all that shit you could buy. There's fans of everything that are going to come to that, and they're going to want to buy one of those teams. That
Yes.
shit would just be tough, man. And they're probably not going to do that. That's what one thing I probably am most excited for with that superstore is finding the little picture frame that we got
Yes.
last time at Survivor Series. I can't wait to get a chamber theme one and have them next to each other.
Yeah.
I'm
One of these
excited.
bad
I'm
boys.
excited for
I'm very excited.
that's
I'm
up
very
right
excited
there.
for this, bro.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
It's got the little date, Chicago, November
Hey,
25th, 2023. I was there. Super, super dope, man. Super dope. I'm very excited for that. I am very, very excited for that. See what they have. I was thinking the same thing. Um I was thinking the same thing. But yes. So funny thing is too, we are sitting right literally like right below where the Bulls banners hang. So
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 dope.
yeah, I'm very excited, man. I'm very excited. However, yes, so long story, short story long, actually. We will be, so we will not be live directly after Chamber, but we got you guys the next morning, man. So with that being said, man, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video where you can find this beautiful piece of Notorious Hills merchandise live on there as we speak with the brand new slept on design, man. That is available now for you guys, man. As like I said, that is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video where you can go grab yourself this piece of merchandise live now as we speak, man. And with that being said, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at Notorious Heels, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
I'm doing
Would you
good,
love to tell
man.
the
I'm doing
world what you are smiling about today?
well.
He's trying to dodge
I
the
might
question
still.
now.
And I am trying to dodge that question. I think I'm gonna continue to dodge that question, man. But I'm doing good, man. I've just been chilling out. So, just random life story from yesterday, guys. So, one thing about me, man, when I graduated high school, I never physically grabbed the copy of my diploma. So I need to get one for reasons.
Right.
I got up yesterday and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get it today, man. I pull up and I see the front door, and there's a bunch of packages at the front door for the school I went to grab the diploma, and then I it wasn't until I parked up till I realized it was fucking President's Day yesterday and they were closed, so I
Oh,
wasn't able to get it yesterday. I walk up to the door, fucking open it, nothing. It's locked. They got packages in front of the door. I had to turn back. Um, did not know it was President's Day yesterday
I didn't
until
either.
obviously I pulled up, and so that was a fail. But funny little story from yesterday. I had no clue it was fucking President's Day.
How was it being
Other than that,
back?
it was weird, man. It was weird walking up to them doors. That shit was real weird, man. Um, been years, been 6 years since your
Damn.
boy's been in school, man. It's crazy. Been 6 fucking years since your boy's been in school. Goddamn, we're getting old. But she was funny. It was funny. I was like, goddamn, had no clue it was President's Day. But I'm doing good, man. Just been chilling out. Just been, moving along with life, man. And I'm excited for Chamber. Very excited for Chamber. Excited for that weekend, man. Um, and I am excited for the show itself, man. It might be one of the weakest Chambers they ever put on, but there's still exciting stuff with it, man. I'm excited to see Finn Balor in a big singles match. I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited to see the men's Chamber match,
Yeah.
and I am excited to be there, part of the show. See the big structure live. It's always cool seeing those structures live and
Yes.
in person and whatnot. So I'm very excited for that, man. So I'm very excited. Um, I've just been chilling, man. Just been chilling, and you guys know how it is, man. Like Durante always asks, "How's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's you doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?"
Uh, Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Honestly, yeah, honestly just chilling, bro. Honestly just chilling. Uh God, what is new? N- yeah, nothing. Honestly, man, nothing really too much to be honest with you guys, bro. Just kind of doing my thing, bro. Doing my thing, trying to get things together. Um,
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
yes, trying to get things together, man. Trying to get things together. Just yeah, nothing too much at all, man. Been pretty cookie cutter lately, bro. So I really got nothing, man. I really got nothing. Just yeah, just chilling out, dude. Just chilling out. So yeah, I'm getting ready for Chamber, pretty much. That's pretty much the only thing exciting coming up. So yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. But yeah, that but as for you guys, as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell? How are you guys doing? Thank you guys for joining us as always. And my guys, part of the Replay Mafia, JT and JB. How are you guys doing as always? Thank you for joining us. As yeah, man. Um, damn, yeah, I really got damn, yeah, nothing, dude. Fuck, I got nothing.
Boring.
I got
Oh,
nothing.
you know, I
Hmm.
pre-ordered Resident Evil 9, and yeah, I'm excited for. You know what? Another fucking thing I had to order, man. That AJ Styles shirt. It did get lost in transit, so I had to get a refund on that, and I had
What?
to reorder the shirt completely. So from
They
March
did.
6th to March 16th, I should get it.
They didn't. What?
When when I messaged them, they said the shirt's no longer available, so they're just gonna refund me. So I'm like, damn, man. So I go to the website. Literally, they have all sizes available still.
What?
So I just got it again.
Fucking
I don't know, man.
fanatics, bro. What the fuck?
I'm like, all right, whatever, man. So I reordered it completely. So it should be here March 6th to March 16th.
Oh, so I had a problem with Fanatics where I accidentally ordered the wrong size to a shirt. And I messaged them and I said, "Hey, could you just change the size?" You know what I mean? So they bring me through this whole ringer, right? They're like, "Oh, yeah, we can do this. We just have to verify things. Can you verify the address?" So I verify the address. Can you verify the email address? Okay, I verify the email address. Can you verify your phone number? And I'm like, okay, how much verifying does this take? So, you know, I put in my phone number just for these fucks to say, yeah, we can't do that. And I'm like,
Then
so
why'd you
what
try to
was
verify me?
I messaged him back. I'm like, so what was the point of all the verification? I'm like, you just made me sit here and fucking type out my address, my fucking zip code, my fucking state, the whole 9 yards, my email, my phone number, all this shit just for you to say, oh yeah, that service is unavailable. What the fuck do you mean that service is unavailable? What the fuck does it fix the I know you could go in your system and fucking change the goddamn size on the t-shirt. Fanatics, man, it's funny too.
They suck.
Cause I get a lot of I get and it's funny obviously knowing this as a wrestling fan, but like in my like YouTube recommendations, bro, I get a lot of like basketball and NFL like YouTube channels that watch well obviously cuz I watch them, but like they like like I'll see so many thumbnails that say, "Are the Fanatics rumors true?" And they will like buy jerseys to review them because like it's like a well-known thing at this point that like their quality control is fucking terrible. So people will buy these jerseys that just look like shit. They're misprinted, they're misaligned. And like yeah, if you look at a lot of WWE shirts that like that you get, a lot of them, like, if you lay the shirt out flat, you'll notice a lot that the logo's crooked. A lot of their shirts are very fucked up, man. Like with Pro Wrestling Tees, I think the whole entire time I've gotten AEW merch, I've maybe had one that was slightly misprinted. WWE, man, it happens all the time. All the fucking time. So I don't know what they got going on, man. But all I could say, all I know, dude, is I'm very, very scared for WWE's future because I don't know if you guys remember, but I was reading it off on Friday, man. Their deal with Fanatics is undisclosed, so nobody even knows how long that is. That could be a good thing, but that also could be a very fucking bad thing because I know the NFL fans. I was just watching a video. Fans of the NFL were pissed because I think Fanatics and them is until 2030. So they got a minute. They got a minute before they got a minute to keep getting these awful jerseys, man. So that are misprinted and the logos are all crooked on them. So I don't know, Fanatic, dude. They are. Oh my god, they're fucking terrible, bro.
Horrible. They're horrible, man. They suck.
And you would think for that like major inconvenience, they would they would hook you up. They're like, oh, you know, it happens with Ringside Collectibles, bro. I've had a couple packages lost from Ringside Collectibles where you hit them up and they will dead ass just ship you out another one and damn near overnight the fucking thing to you. Because that's what
Yeah.
you do. That's what you do for your fucking customers, bro. I mean, so if my package got lost in transit, it's not my fucking fault. Here I am, I paid my money, and now I don't got my
The
shit.
package.
You know what I mean? And I believe when Ringside did that for me the one time, the figure technically wasn't even available anymore. It was out of stock. But they fucking found one. I guess they got one. They probably keep a couple like off to the side or whatever just in case of like an emergency
Yeah.
like that, but they sent that motherfucker out, bro, and legitimately like overnighted it to me, which was cool as hell of them. But you would think they would do something like that, but you know, apparently not, bro. Fucking Fanatics, they suck, man. They gotta go, bro. They gotta go. I can't lie to you.
They do. They're horrible.
Ridiculous. So yeah, but uh,
So in total, from when I initially ordered the shirt, it's gonna take about 4 months for me to get that AJ Styles
my
shirt.
God. But nonetheless, I am very excited for Resident Evil 9. Very
I
excited for
am very
Resident Evil
excited.
9.
It looks
I
really good, man.
Yeah, I loved 7. I love 7.
Mm.
7 was great. 8 was great as well. I loved 8 too. So I'm excited to see what Resident Evil Raquim does for everybody. So, you know.
All right, Cody.
No, that's Rahim.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
man. Sorry,
Yeah.
but yeah, it looks very good, man. It looks very more Resident Evil like 2-ish, which I think is very good. So I'm very excited. I think it's gonna be really good, dude.
How long is a Resident Evil? Hold on. Let's see.
Oh shit.
Resident Evil 2 remake duration.
It's pretty decent.
8 to 12 hours. Okay. I may see this weekend, man, before 9
You
comes
should.
out. Now that you say that, I might
And
legitimately find the time to actually play it.
And it does take place in the same location technically as 2 in
Really?
just the blown up version of the city. So you would get like that nostalgia of locations that people are gonna get if you play 2.
Got it.
Stuff like, oh damn, we've been here before.
Got it. Well, okay, okay. I may have
And
to.
all I'm gonna say
Mhm.
is when you open 2, it's gonna ask you who to play as. Pick Leon.
Oh
That's
yeah,
just a
no, that
normal
was
experience.
that was the only option, bro. That was the only option for sure. All right, man.
God,
Here we are.
dreaded logo appears.
A- AEW Dynamite.
Darn it.
AEW Dynamite, man.
Dynamite.
So, this show was your February 11th edition of Dynamite from Ontario, California.
I find these places, man. Ontario, California, man. Can't make it up.
So, the show opened up with Swerve Strickland and Kenny Omega in a promo battle. This is very odd for AEW.
Yeah, what the hell?
Swerve and Kenny Omega, they cut a promo on each other. Swerve called Kenny Omega. Swerve says that Kenny Omega was on his game 5 years ago. He calls Kenny Omega a false prophet, as he is kind of insinuating a match with Omega. Swerve tells Kenny he is going to put him back in a hospital bed, but this time he will not get back off of it. Kenny Omega didn't do too much talking. He slapped Swerve Strickland in the face. This led for the two guys to brawl. He went to hit a one-winged angel off of the stage onto two tables. Swerve hit him in the head with something. The commentary didn't even know who it was. Fucking Excalibur was like, Swerve Strickland, he hits Omega with some sort of object.
With
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 oh, they're so bad, dude.
some sort of object, bro.
Some sort of object he hit him with, man. There you go. Great commentary. Great, just analyzing of what happened.
Yeah, wonderful. Fucking wonderful, man. But Swerve Strickland versus Kenny Omega gets confirmed for next week. So tomorrow on AEW Dynamite. Okay, well, I'm not.
I'm sure something's gonna happen
Yeah,
in the match to like
yeah.
not be full match, but like still,
I
bruh.
I was yeah, I was I'm not gonna come down on them. I'm not gonna come down on them too hard on this for two reasons. Tony is no stranger to putting like matches that shouldn't be on free TV on free TV. So I get Tony's doing it to be nice, but at the end of the day, this is a pay-per-view match. So I would rather personally, I just think it's a smarter move to just wait for these guys to lock up for the very first time on pay-per-view. I just think that's the better option. But that's just me personally. I would just rather Kenny and Swerve Strickland just wait till pay-per-view to lock up for the very first time. So that's just me though. That's just me. But I mean, I get, Tony's no stranger to doing this, but at the end of the day, I just can hope that, we get some sort of fuck finish and then, this is a pay-per-view match. I mean, you're giving us Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland. Why in the blue hell are you doing their first match on AEW Dynamite, bro? It doesn't really make much sense to me, man. But we're getting the match next week. The promo was it was okay. It was okay. There was nothing wrong with it at all, man. But yeah, I mean, it was a solid open AEW Dynamite, and I actually liked the change of pace with a promo as opposed to just a match.
every week. You just get the first person already in the ring, second person's entrance hits, and then boom, match. Sometimes it literally starts off with just two guys already in the ring. Um, so I am glad they started with a promo, and I definitely get what you mean. I don't think Tony completely understands. Like, it's not just about getting a full match and ending to a match. It's about the stare down before the bell rings of these two guys for the first time ever on pay-per-view. I don't think Tony gets that. Like, that's also the big attraction to these first time ever matches. TV really isn't the place to do that, but it is what it is. It's not like it's something new, and we will still get the match on pay-per-view. I'm sure. I'm sure that's gonna be the Revolution match anyway. So
Yeah.
it's just normal Tony Khan things.
100%, bro. Um, we have the Death Riders, John Moxley, Claudio, and Pac facing the Don Callis family again. Takeshita, Mark Davis, and Doorknob. Um, Dude, didn't we get some variation of this last week? I feel like we've been getting this every week. There's some sort of
Yeah.
six-man with Don Callis family and the Death Riders.
Every time. It's some amalgamation of these morons in the Death Rider, or they're not the Death Riders, in the Don Callis family, facing the Death Riders. I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Makes no sense, bro. Makes absolutely no sense. The Death Riders are coming out, and for the second week in a row, they ruin their aura. They
Easy.
they came out playing Claudio's song just in the middle of
Oh,
the entrance to switch it to the regular Death Rider song.
I, I,
I was like,
I
"Oh
don't
my
get it,
god, this
man.
fucking production."
I don't like, dude. I don't like any of their other versions of the songs. I really
Oh
don't, and I
no.
and I get the idea of it, but like none of them just flow. None of them hit, and none of them hit even close to that actual Death Riders thing. Like you have an S tier theme song. And then you're using C and D tier theme songs in its place for no reason, bro.
Mhm.
Like if you had some B's and A's in there, all right, occasionally you could do it, bro. But nah, especially if it's all of them together, it has to be the Death Riders theme. If it's just Claudio coming out for a full Claudio match, all right, whatever. But like, dude, they're all together. Use the damn group's theme, please. That's what people want to hear. That shit is one of the best theme songs in modern history, bro. Use it,
It
please.
is. It is. So, Claudio came out wearing a lucha mask as well. That was kind of a bit odd. I know he's like the CMLL world champion, but like, why the why the hell is he wearing a luchador mask? Okay.
I don't know.
So, yeah, the aura was kind of ruined for the second week in a row. The first time it was because of Daniel Garcia jumping and fucking hitting the door, jumping up and slam dunking the fucking door, which just looked absolutely ridiculous.
So fucking childish, dude. He's hilarious.
God,
Look at the.
jeez. So, um, the Death Riders won with a Death Rider by Moxley to the doorknob. So the match
You know what?
was. Mhm.
Speaking of the doorknob, man, did you see his collision promo from like 2 weeks ago or last week, whatever it was?
Oh no, I did not. Was it bad?
You know what? It was actually, I'm gonna give him a little bone. It was actually kind of funny, man. He was talking shit about how fucking weird and emo the fucking AEW fans are. It was kind of funny, man. I was like, wow, he can talk like a human being. Look at that, man. I'll have to send it to you guys again because it was actually kind of funny. I was like, wow,
I'm
can he like do this occasionally?
I'm telling you, bro. If you pop out to those AEW shows, there is a 50% chance you see somebody really big, and the other chance is you see somebody really fucking emo. Like
Dude, a lot of
they're
emo people, dude.
they're
Oh
now
yeah.
there is like a 5% chance of seeing somebody that like actually looks like they like know what like personal hygiene is and like taking care of themselves and like exercising. And then there's the other half of the bunch that's like just they're completely they're I'm telling
Yeah.
you, dude, there's really a split crowd between like emo people and fat people. It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Dude, it really is. Sometimes you get the combo where they're both. That's a devious combo, man. Like pick a struggle. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a pretty funny promo from him. I'll give him that, man. I'll give him that.
Yeah, and now we have Tommaso Ciampa defending the TNT title against Kyle Fletcher. Um, this was another
I'm
piece
telling
to
you,
the Ciampa Open Challenge. This was another piece to the
open
Ciampa
challenge.
Open Challenge, and
Open challenge.
this time it was against Kyle Fletcher, which, um, for me, Dynamite last week wasn't so bad, and it was actually because of matches like this. I actually thoroughly enjoyed this match. This was one of my matches. Kyle Fletcher's typically on that list of guys that when somebody new
You
comes
want to
into the
see?
company, you'd be like, oh, I want to see him face Osprey. I want to see him face this guy, that guy. Kyle Fletcher's always a name that comes up in there for me. Um, um,
Same.
yeah, and obviously he's no stranger to putting on just random ass TV bangers. So, this match to me, I loved it, man. I thought it was a great match. However, they went with a Kyle Fletcher victory. Um, so Tommaso Ciampa just won the TNT Championship, and Kyle Fletcher defeated him with a brainbuster in a banger match, man. But I cannot lie to you guys, I was for sure left asking why the fuck we even put the championship on Tommaso Ciampa in the first place. Because the championship was just on Mark Briscoe. So you ended up doing a Briscoe match at Grand Slam Australia. I really don't understand why you didn't just have Kyle beat Mark Briscoe in Australia in a ladder match like you did anyway, but have him win the title there as opposed to the Dynamite. Or if you wanted to still include Ciampa but not have him necessarily lose the belt, why didn't you just do a three-way at Grand Slam Australia and just do Ciampa, Briscoe, Fletcher?
Yeah, exactly. Because obviously we'll get to it, but they're doing match 7, and that would have at least made match 7 make a little more sense if he pinned him to win the title. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, man, come on. But yeah, he loses the title already, so that's scary. And let's hope he's still being used regularly, man. I really hope so.
I hope so too. This is what we call crunch time in AEW. Okay, this is sink or swim time. This is where we find out um, who's really, who Tony's really about that with. Because if he ain't about you, we'll know now. We'll know now if he really fucks with Ciampa. We'll see it. And if he's going to Miro you or ricochet you, he's also gonna do it now. If he's just gonna kind of sweep you under the rug and okay,
They're just a guy on the roster.
I was gonna if Champa's just gonna be another guy on the roster, let me tell you, we will fucking know it right now. So, yeah, the match was great. It was one of the better parts about Dynamite, man. But again, Tommaso Ciampa, I think he held the championship for 10 days, or it was yeah, I was gonna say it was something really fucking short, man. And Tommaso Ciampa didn't deserve that, bro. And again, if you wanted to have Ciampa lose, it could have been in a way better fashion, man, because what they ended up doing was Kyle Fletcher, said that he was going to go back to his homeland of Australia and defend the TNT championship in an open challenge. Great. And guess
On to
who
another.
guess who fucking comes out? Mark Briscoe. And he challenges him to game 7. This is their 7th match together.
7 matches between Fletcher and Mark Briscoe. Why, dude? Why? Why is he still facing Mike Briscoe? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Mark Briscoe comes out there, bro, and I'm like, okay, well, surely something's gonna happen. surely, surely something's gonna happen, right? Like, there's no, there's no way they're gonna run this match back. Kyle Fletcher, dead ass, just stood there and accepted the challenge, and I'm sitting there like,
Dude.
you're lying to me right now. And again, they had a great match. They had a great match on Grand Slam Australia. I watched the ladder match. It was a really good match, but bro, 7 times this soon,
7 times.
this close to each other. I mean, God, I think these guys have fucking faced each other more than Randy Orton and John Cena have at this point. I mean, my God. Ridiculous stuff here, man. But Kyle Fletcher wins the TNT title back. What he's going to do with it, I'm sure they'll find something for him to do with it, man. Maybe the Ciampa rematch at Revolution. I don't know exactly what, but all I can say, man, is I really question the decision on putting the championship on Tommaso in the first place. But I can only hope that they use him from here on out, because this is a well-known Tony Khan problem, so hopefully it does not repeat itself.
A well-known problem. I hope it doesn't repeat itself, and I hope Ciampa is continued to be used after this, man. Put him in something, put him with somebody. As long as it's not the fucking Don Callis family, I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
You don't want to see him run the if you can't beat him, join him story?
No, I really don't, man. If you can't beat him, fucking leave or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Get away from him while you can. Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong of the Conglomeration defeated Clark Connors and Daniel Garcia. I know. I was wondering the same thing. Why is this happening? I come to find out. I mean, I guess this makes a little sense, but this is Tony. This is typical. This is just such a Tony Khan thing to do. Clark
I guess they were
Connors.
a tag team at some point.
No. Even more Tony Khan.
Oh no.
Clark Connors says he hired Daniel Garcia through the connection of Gabe Kidd, because Gabe Kidd is connected to the Death Riders, which makes sense, but it's like really, we're running the whole hiring. Why are you hiring anybody to fucking take out Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong? If you're gonna hire somebody to take out somebody, it better be like Kenny fucking Omega, like 2017 Omega. Like, what? Why the fuck are you hiring people to take out Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong?
Like, you hire help if you're facing Prime Bloodline, Prime Judgment Day, Prime Elite, fucking Death Right. Dude, why are you to take out 2 members of the conglomeration? Are you kidding me?
What the hell, bro?
What the fuck, man? Or like, why fucking give that weird ass explanation of Gabe Kidd? He fucking got the number 3 Gabe Kidd. Literally, just have him interact backstage. Have him walk up to the Death Riders backstage, says he knows Gabe Kidd, and asks one of them for their help against, these two, and then have one of them step up and be like, I got you. I don't like these guys, so I got you.
Yeah.
Something like that. Interactions. We need to see that happen. I don't want to hear fucking 2 morons who can't speak English to fucking say that for me. I don't.
Seriously, bro. Seriously, man. Darby Allin takes out Clark Connors, which allowed Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong to defeat Daniel Garcia. And afterwards, Tony Storm came out to cut a promo on Marina Shafir. Marina Shafir then brought out Mina Shirakawa in the Mother's Milk, while Wheeler Yuta cut her hair ahead of their match on Grand Slam Australia, which they ended up losing, and Wheeler Yuta had to shave his head bald.
Oh, they got him.
They got
No
him,
more
bro.
long hair, Yuta.
I know. Just as I started to like the look, man. Just as his hair got long and got out of that awkward mid length phase, now they want to cut his hair. He didn't look too bad bald though. So,
No, he looks fine. He just got to keep beard.
yeah, no, for sure.
He'll look goofy if he shaves that too.
Oh god, yeah, they would have done him dirty if they did that, bro. They would have done him too dirty, bro. That had to be a federal crime at that point. So that was that. The Young Bucks and the Rascals were facing a wild card team for a number one contendership at FTR's Tag Team Championships. The wild card team ended up being Private Party. They came back.
My God, they're still employed. That should be their new fucking intro. That should be the new fucking intro for them.
That would be that would be a great one. I mean, the intro does fit though. Oh my God, is that Private Party? They're on TV.
Oh my God. They got TV time? Oh my God. Oh wait, never mind. They lose. Never mind. Shocker.
Look, man. Tony Khan's a funny dude.
He's a funny man.
He has the Young Bucks. And I get, they're going through this whole like rebuilding phase of, Tassel Bucks and old, Bullet Club Young Bucks, bro. They're going through this whole rebuilding phase right now, bro. But Tony Khan has them win the fucking match by pinning Myron Reed of the Rascals. A, Private Party just returned. B, the Rascals are new talents on the show.
And they just went with the Bucks.
And they went with the Bucks, which, is fine until you remember who the fucking champions are.
Yep.
The champions are FTR.
Again. We're getting Young Bucks and FTR again. Dude, this has turned into such a scenario of once a dream match, two of, oh my God, I don't want to see this match for like 5 years. Genuinely. What the fuck happened, man? What happened? Why are you running this match back? Why didn't you? And Young Bucks are doing this whole find themselves journey, which is dope.
Yeah.
It's a better part of that journey when wrestlers are finding themselves when they lose, because they have to further find themselves. I don't, especially with two young talents, one returning, one just signed. Imagine the story. One of those two teams beat them. These veterans that are trying to find themselves are still getting beat by new young guys. They got to find themselves even further. Come on, Tony.
Dude. Oh my God. Tony. Again, the Young Bucks going for the tag team championships. Dude, again, man, I like I said, I get the whole story of they are, finding themselves and that's all fine and dandy, bro. How many times are you going to repeat Young Bucks versus FTR? I don't think you quite understand. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to see this. This is probably somehow even worse than the point we had to get to a couple years ago with Usos versus New Day. I think everybody would be fine if they'd never seen another Usos versus New Day match. And it's not because the matches suck. The matches are good. But how many fucking times are you going to go back to the old wishing well and pray that the Young Bucks and FTR can give you another banger? You know what I mean? I mean, dude, you can't just rely on these teams. And then, bro, Private Party versus FTR would have been, a little bit of it's a more fresher match. What about the Rascals, bro? What about the Rascals? And again, too, I'm sure the Young Bucks will lose because at the end of the day, we know FTR is not getting rid of those championships until they drop them to Edge and Christian. But, like, how many times are you gonna go back to the fucking FTR and Young Bucks wishing well, bro? How many times are we gonna do this? I mean, realistically, man, because it's like it's just the fatigue is just there, man. The fatigue is there. When the Young Bucks won this, I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. They're gonna be getting a tag title match, and then I remember who the champions were, and I was like, oh lord, they are fucking doing another FTR and Young Bucks match. Tony, I'm sorry, man, but the well has just beyond run dry.
It's so dry, man, and they're gonna run it again. Young Bucks are gonna lose. FTR are gonna win. FTR are gonna gloat. And hopefully that's when Edge and Christian come back, please. For the love of God, can they finally come back so we can get these titles off of FTR, please? For the love of God.
Yeah. And then the Bucks. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the boy to get to the company, bro. That's all I'm
I
waiting for.
really am. Please, just man, and it gets scary, man. You see this shit on Raw, bro?
Yes.
Oh man, I swear to God, if we don't get this shit, man. Ugh.
FTR. They,
Triple H out, man.
bro.
Oh man.
FTR
Do
come
it.
out there and they cut a promo on the Young Bucks telling them that FTR has won championships every company they ever been to, and the Young Bucks the Young Bucks had to create their own company to become successful, and the Young Bucks super kicked them. And that was it. Great.
Oh man. They had to create their own company, man. That we literally came to and are talking to them in right now. It's not really the jam.
Nah,
Okay.
you came to their company, so I don't know what. Mm, yeah.
Okay. What a jam, man. You guys created something and we just came to it, but we're insulting you for creating this thing we're literally in right now. That I I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Okay. My,
Oh god.
my real favorite part of the show, man. We got another Will Ospreay health update video, but in this one, it showed him working out. It showed him actually rehabilitating his neck. Which at this point, these are kind of cool to see. I mean, they already done, I mean, they already done, played the fucking video so many times. At this point, it's like, okay, this is the best part about AEW at this fucking point, is seeing an injured guy work his way back to the show, because I think the show sorely needs him. So no, I mean, it's cool to see. It's cool to see his journey. Personally, I wish they wouldn't play these on Dynamite. I wish they would save all this footage for like a documentary around his return. That would be fucking dope. But at the end of the day, they've been playing him so much. The mystique around when Will Ospreay is going to return has probably ran up by now. So Ospreay. Osprey got another video, and yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, man. It is cool to kind of hear his thoughts, and see his journey through coming back. It's sadly more interesting than a lot of people that are actively on the show.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is more interesting, and like you said, it would have been smarter to play this after he comes back, either on Dynamite or just as a documentary. That would have been really cool. But you already killed, the surprise element of it. So you might as well just keep doing these every week. It is nice to see. So might as well just keep it going, bro. You might as well.
100%. Thekla and Chris Statlander in a strap match. The Sisters of Sin distracted Chris Statlander. Thekla then gave Stat a spear. She tied her hands behind her back with the strap gave her a curb stomp for the win. Yes, Tekla is the new AEW Women's Champion, bro.
Dude, fans love her too. I don't get it, bro. She
I
is god awful, dude. I'm sorry.
I don't. I think she's the
One
worst
of the
one in
worst
her
signings.
group.
Literally, she's one of the worst signings they done made, dude. She can't talk. She wrestles pretty normally. Nothing too special there. She can't talk. She's horrible on the mic. Very unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. This was kind of a questionable move here, to be honest, bro. This is kind of a
Dude,
questionable move here. I really don't understand the point of taking the title off Stat for Tekla of all people.
a lot of people think this is a punishment for Stat because she was on an interview a little bit before this episode of Dynamite saying, she really hasn't gotten the title run that she would have liked to got. She says said something about it being underwhelming or something. So a lot of people think it's like one of those like, okay, you didn't like your title run, no title for you.
I
One of
could,
those deals.
I could see that. I,
I
I,
could see it too.
I could very well see that, bro. Um, you gotta love Tony Khan playing fucking Lotso from Toy Story 3. He's fucking dictating the whole fucking dictating the playground. What you said something bad? You said something bad. That's it. You're going to the hole where he would
You're
fucking
going
yeah, where he would put the toys in those fucking bins that they couldn't
the
get out
sandbox.
of. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the sandbox too, bro. Yeah, he sent he sent he sent Chris Statlander to the fucking to the sandbox and put her on factory reset like he did Buzz, bro. But
Should I start speaking Spanish next week?
legit, bro. Um the Triangle of Madness attacked Chris Statlander after the match, but she would be saved by the Brawling Birds. Tony,
The brawling birds. Just stop, dude. Just stop,
oh,
please.
brother.
The
Okay,
brawling bird.
okay.
So intimidating.
Okay, okay. Hold on.
Hold on, wait a
I'm
minute.
watching this, bro, and I hear Excalibur say, "Here, here come the Brawling Birds to save Chris Statlander from the Triangle of Madness." I'm like, who the fuck is the Brawling fucking Birds? The Brawling Birds.
Brawling birds.
It's Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor.
What does any of them have to do? Does Alex Windsor, does Windsor do the fucking, does she do a bird thing?
No, she does not to my knowledge.
Who's the bird?
The only thing I know about Alex Windsor is that she just screams her name. That's like her catchphrase. She says like Windsor, and then Jamie Hayter.
Windsor.
Jamie Hayter's Jamie Hayter's like a fucking hippie
Windsor.
at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got the whole like 70s like look thing. Like, what do they have to do with birds? I don't see Lyra nowhere.
Yeah,
I don't see
where's
Bird
Lyra?
Lady nowhere. Okay. Yes, dude. Well, apparently neither of them are going to be in the women's chamber, so that's
Yeah,
just great.
no, yeah, they would just get Asuka. Nice. So I get to see more fucking Kyrie saying, ah, Asuka, no.
That's good.
Ah.
We can champion. That
I
dude.
get to see more of that shit. Fucking garbage.
Mm.
The Brawling Brutes, I mean, the Brawling Brutes. That's what I fucking thought of. The Brawling Birds, not the Brawling Brutes. The Brawling Birds come out to save Chris Statlander from the Triangle of Madness. I mean, look, Chris Stat, at this point, you just got to think about leaving. I mean, now you've won the AEW Women's Championship, so you'll probably get a bigger bag by WWE just off of that. This is the second time this has happened to Chris. She's dealt with this for the TNT Championship. They brought her back, had her defeat Jade Cargill, be the first to defeat Jade Cargill when she came back from injury all those years ago, did nothing, had an underwhelming title reign. It's happened again. At this point, I feel like AEW does value her match-wise, but they do not value her in the sense of like a story. You know what I mean? So, they don't value her as a character. They don't value her in terms of, putting her in, they don't value her the same way they value a Mercedes or a Tony Storm. There's just levels to this, and they do not value her in the slightest, in my opinion. So, I mean, at this point, the only thing she could hope for is to go to WWE. They're probably going to fail her creatively, and then she could come back to AEW and hope that Tony Khan, gives her a brighter day the next time around at this point. So I don't know if that's the only thing that wakes Tony Khan up to certain people, but Thecla's the world champion now. She's going to have an underwhelming title reign. I can tell you that right now. And then, yeah, she's going to, probably cut more god awful promos in the mix of this, and then just have a bunch of random matches. So, yeah, but at least we have the Brawling Birds now.
No, exactly. We have the Brawling Birds. That's great. I love that. And they basically probably punished Chris Statlander and just had her lose for no fucking reason, man. So hopefully she can fucking leave and come back and do something. And I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. Something needs to happen.
Something, bro. Something. So that was everything for AW Dynamite. That was everything for AW Dynamite. Like I said, they had Grand Slam, but to be honest, bro, outside of a great ladder match, there was nothing to talk about, man. MJF retained. Everybody
What?
retained. Yeah.
Nothing to talk about. It was an amazing show, man. They had matches.
They had matches.
Pre-recorded matches.
That's just great.
It's better than just pre-recorded matches, man.
Yeah, nothing better than just a nice pre-recorded, just pre-recorded banger. I already knew everything that was gonna happen, regardless. But hey, man, that's it for AW Dynamite, and now we have an official word from our sponsor here at NHP. Man, we got a word from W Energy, man. W Energy is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula, sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout. Save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Like always, gotta shout out Dubby. Whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, man. No matter what it is, what you need the energy for, what you need the focus for. Dubby got you, and it'll taste good all at the same time. Truly always, gotta shout out Dubby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As always, thank you and shout out to the great people over at Dubby, the official sponsor of Notorious Heels. Oh, brother. Speaking of the other dreaded logo, SmackDown. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even know this was going to happen. And I just dropped my head when I seen that it actually happened. Jade Cargill defended the Women's Championship against Jordynne Grace already on SmackDown. And
clean and done.
Yes, and she beat her. Jordynne Grace had to lay down and get pinned for Jade Cargill.
You know what makes all this even worse? Do you see Bianca's post, man?
Yes. It's over.
Dude,
it's over.
If she's just getting into surgery now, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're doomed.
Yeah,
we're so doomed.
Jade.
They give us again.
I think we might.
I think we are too.
I don't really see anything else they could. I mean, what? I mean, you look at anybody in the chamber. you know, you can obviously say Rhea or Io, but we all know they're going to be tied up with the tag titles come Mania. Um, what are you going to do? Asuka and Jade? I mean, what are you going to do? Alexa Bliss and Jade Cargill? I mean, you could, but at the end of the what I would fucking do at this point, I would be scrambling so hard. I would have Charlotte win the Women's World Championship and then have Alexa Bliss win the Chamber. And not do a turn, and I would pit these two friends against each other at
See what
WrestleMania.
happens.
Yes, and then after Mania, you can maybe start some sort of build where you know these two slowly start resenting each other, because at this point, Charlotte and Jade Cargill, well, honestly, there still could be names added to the chamber. Charlotte could very well be added to it. You know what I mean? They very well might end up going with a Charlotte match for WrestleMania, which
I can't believe I'm saying that. I would actually prefer that over Tiffany this year or anybody else this year. I'd say that's the best story for SmackDown. Have Charlotte win it. Have have Alexa not win the chamber, obviously, and have Charlotte face for the title and have Alexa Bliss turn on her.
yep.
And usually it's Charlotte turning on her opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the story where the one time she doesn't, she gets turned on and breaks her heart and all that. And because
Yep.
I really like this version of Charlotte, and I think Alexa can be a lot better as a heel, like a full-fledged heel
Mm-hmm.
coming up. I would do that for fucking WrestleMania at this point. I can't believe I'm saying it.
I can't
I
believe
want
it either.
Charlotte to go into Mania for the title. That would happen, bro.
Yeah.
Triple H, you are fucking up so much. I want Charlotte. What happened?
Yeah, I can't believe it's come to that too, man. But at this point, that is probably your best option story-wise. I think that's the biggest story in the SmackDown Women's Division is Charlotte and Alexa. And again, I mean, what real, heat do you have on like a Tiffany and Jade match at this point? Like who
Get
genuinely
enough.
wants to see that to the point where they're like, yeah, that this needs to happen? No one.
No one needs that, bro.
So, yeah, I mean, you very well may have to end up going with the Charlotte match. Like I said, me personally, I would probably have Charlotte win it before the before WrestleMania, bro, and then just do Charlotte and Alexa one on one. But I would also really like, a Charlotte victory, you know, um and she is expecting Alexa Bliss to be happy for her, but at the end of the day, Alexa ends up turning on her because she's upset. Maybe Charlotte, accidentally eliminates her from the elimination chamber, type of thing. Maybe she purposely eliminates her, something like that. Either which way you put it, I think that's the best story, the best route you can go for these two. Because, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, I mean, it's just a very bad situation with Bianca Belair not coming back, man. I mean, this is worst case scenario. And it really sucks that Bianca is not able to make it. And like you said, man, if she's just getting surgery now, then obviously the Mania dreams are dashed. I wish they would have gotten that, taken care of a lot sooner. So she could have been back for Mania, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It sucks. It sucks, but there is a route you can go, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah, Charlotte Flair is the route.
What happened, man?
Even though there is a big possibility they could just keep the title on Jade Cargill until Bianca Belair comes back, which means she
Yeah.
will quite literally run through that whole entire division by the time Bianca does come back, I'm sure. But yeah.
Yeah, the more likely option is Tiffany just wins the chamber and just loses at WrestleMania to Jade.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
the more likely option, unfortunately, and that just sounds god awful. At that point, genuinely, just put the match on the SmackDown before Mania. Don't waste a Mania spot on that title.
Yeah.
If that's
Might
the
as
case.
well. Might as well, bro. Um we have a Elimination Chamber qualifier where Alexa Bliss defeats Zelina and Julia to get her spot in the chamber. So she is alongside Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, and by this point, I believe Asuka. So those are the four
Yep.
names so far announced for the chamber. All right, let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this SmackDown episode, because we've got some serious problems on this show. Let's start off with the MFTs. Okay. Solo Sikoa is walking backstage, and he walks up to a door that has a picture of him in a lantern. His head is on a lantern, thus teasing the inevitable. We all fucking knew it was going to happen. WWE has put serious wheels in motion to returning / resurrecting the Fiend. And, I believe it was not too long ago where somebody had mentioned in an interview, or somebody had mentioned on Twitter, it was somebody in the Wyatt circle that mentioned that we will see at some point a resurrection of the Fiend. And oh my God, they were not lying.
They're
WWE, okay. I gotta say this because, everybody likes to make fun of the Wyatt circle. Everybody likes to rag on it, man. And at some point a couple years ago, man, I defended a lot of this, Wyatt circle, because at the end of the day, I love it, man. I love it. Whether it was, the cult leader, the early day cult leader is my favorite version of Bray. I think that was just the best version of him. And his circle. But still, even at that, I was a huge fan of, the new Wyatt family. I thought that was an amazing version of the group. I was a huge fan of the Braun Strowman era of the Wyatt family, where it was the four of them. I thought that was great. I was a huge fan of the Fiend. I was a huge fan of the Fiend and the Funhouse, Mr. Rogers Bray, all that good stuff. I was a big fan of it. I even defended the Fiend through a lot of days where I probably shouldn't have, because I could see the vision. I could see where they fucked up, but I could see, I can acknowledge that it was not completely Bray's fault, and that I know Vince was had his hand on a lot of bad decisions that were made for the Fiend. Okay, they brought Bray Wyatt back, and I loved it. I loved it. It was this split personality, but it was more Wyndham. And then they started with all this goofy shit. They started with all this, you know, uh, you know, there was this Uncle Howdy guy that was there, but he wasn't there, and he had this giant mask, and then they made the mask more wearable, which is the mask that we fucking see today, still fucking see today. And I said the whole time, look, I love Bray, but I need this Uncle Howdy guy to stay in these vignettes. I need him to be the master that we do not see. I need him to be the locked away, higher power that we don't see. Bray would say it all the time. I'm just a servant now. And I need Uncle Howdy to be away. I don't need him to be in the fucking ring giving out Sister Abigail's with a gray wig on. Okay? Then we get the Wyatt 6. Bray passes away, rest his soul. God rest his soul, man. And then we get the Wyatt 6. And this group has so much fucking potential. I mean, oh my God. This group has so much potential. They got these fucking dope ass masks. They got these cool ass, this cool ass aura, this cool ass vibe about them, bro. They're so fucking cool. The debut of the Wyatt Six, it wasn't nothing supernatural. It was a bunch of fucking lunatics that tore up the backstage. They shot Chad Gable in the head. We all remember. It was sick.
It quite literally shoot him in the head.
It was fucking sick, bro. Fucking Uncle Howdy's fucking standing there with his arms fucking spread out. And my God, the fucking sauce that this group had. And what do we get? And what do we get, man? Fucking Paul. This stupid fuck. I'm so fucking tired of it. Fucking Paul fucks up this legacy group and makes them nothing more than a legacy group. And you know what everybody's excuse is for this group being so bad? This is exactly what Bray would have wanted. Is it? Is it? Is this? Do you know what this group is? This group is the creative hell that they put Bray through all over again. Bray Wyatt would be so creatively frustrated right now with this group because this is the same struggles they put Bray Wyatt through that he fucking creatively battled against in the Vince McMahon regime. This is the same shit. How can you sit here and fucking tell me that this is what Bray Wyatt would have wanted when this is what Bray went through for so long? Bray wanted his vision in such a better fucking lighting. Now, could Bray overdo it with the theatrics at times? Yes. And does the Wyatt Six overdo it with the theatrics at times? Yes. But at the end of the day, Bray Wyatt wanted to be involved in more storylines that made sense and more storylines like he was in his earlier days, like with John Cena, with Daniel Bryan, more storylines that people could just sink their teeth into. And the Wyatt Six, all they fucking have, all they can ever do is stay in the same Bray Wyatt creative struggle that poor Bray went through in his days. They're not involved in any stories. They're involved in this MFT story. And instead of creating something, which, in my opinion, they actually had something decent with just a simple story of Solo Sikoa stealing the lantern. That is simple enough. That lantern means a lot to Bo Dallas because that's his brother's lantern. And what do they fucking go and do? They have to over-theatric the whole fucking thing. And they're probably going to make Bo Dallas the Fiend. Wow! What? Wow, Paul! Wow! That's so great! Wow! What's an attraction we have going into WrestleMania? Let's make Bo Dallas the fucking Fiend. Are you fucking stupid or what? Are you stupid? First of all, okay. I almost don't want to say this because I'm so tired of saying it. Why is this guy still in this fucking mask, dude? Why? Why is this guy still Clayface, bro? Why is he not Bo Dallas? Wasn't that the whole problem with Bray towards the later half of the Fiend days because Vince McMahon buried the Fiend so hard? Everybody was like, dude, I just want to see Bray wrestle. Why do you think Wyatt family cult leader Bray is the best version of Bray? Because it was yes, it was a gimmick, but it was a reality-based gimmick that was, at the end of the day, it wasn't theatrics, it wasn't Bray cutting the fucking lights out and fucking, floating from the ceiling upside down, it wasn't, scaffoldings falling from the fucking ceiling and almost fucking decapitating Randy Orton. It wasn't any of that. It was just a creepy guy who fucking came out being illuminated to the ring by a lantern with his bearded boys. That was it. It was simple. It was to the point. It was simple. It was what you see is what you get, right? Creepy cult leader guy, like I said, speaks in riddles. You don't know what he's saying. You kind of understand him, but you don't at the same time. It was fucking sick. And then we get this, and then again we get this over theatrics of the Fiend, and whatever Vince had going on with the character, and then he wanted to bring it back, and they do the same shit with Bo Dallas. You cannot fucking tell me this is what Bray would have wanted, because this is the same shit Bray would get frustrated with. This is the same shit we would hear about Bray getting frustrated with. Bray didn't want to bring back. When Bray was facing LA Knight and we heard the stories of WWE wanting to bring back The Fiend, we heard Bray was against it. We heard Bray was against it. He didn't want to bring back The Fiend. He didn't want to do it. It was WWE pushing for it. It was, at the time, going into Mania 39, it was Vince McMahon pushing for Bray to bring back The Fiend because he felt The Fiend was a draw. Bray didn't want to do it. Bray wanted to just be a grounded version of himself. And you're doing the same shit with Bo Dallas. Oh, we got nothing for you because this Uncle Howdy thing's running itself dry. Maybe it would be nice if we made him a more grounded character that people could connect with, because the best version of the Wyatt Six was was Bo having a therapy session with Uncle Howdy. And that was where Uncle Howdy was best, in a fucking vignette. This is ridiculous, and if they bring back The Fiend and have Bo Dallas play The Fiend, this is going to be the saddest this group has ever looked. And I'm going to tell you right now, we said it from the debut. We said it from the debut. If they don't take him out of that mask, this group is going to fail. And they're going to bring him back as The Fiend.
He already has a mask, and now they're going to put him in another mask of just a revived character that made them money in the past. So they're going to slap it on the brother of the man that passed away. That is insane. They are quite literally defiling a grave, dude. And it's fucked up because, like you said, they're doing the exact problem they did with Wyatt, with Bo, and with his group, man. The Wyatt family started off, they had the whole cool, kind of Manson family cult thing going on, but they were people, and they would come out and they would wrestle as people. That character evolved into the Eater of Worlds, where Wyatt would say all these weird things, but he would come out as a person. And then they got too theatrical with that, where they fucking projected worms in the ring in his WrestleMania match, and it freaked Randy Orton out, and fucking Wyatt still lost, and it was a whole fucking thing. Wyatt comes back as the Fiend, man, as this whole character, except this character, he was still human, and the weird shit you saw was a representative of his mind. And then fucking Vince and WWE just make it the funhouse, a physical place where fucking Adam Pearce can walk in through the door and hand him fucking physical paperwork. And they fucked it all up, and they do Uncle Howdy, who starts off as a representation of a mental struggle, and they make him a physical character you see in the ring. It is a constant with them doing this. They're gonna do it again, man. And they formed the Wyatt Six. And when they formed the Wyatt Six, what I wanted is the same thing I wanted with the Judgment Day a few years ago, where I don't want them all wearing the same thing, dressing the same thing. I want the individual versions of them coming together as a group, because that's what's cool. I wanted with the Judgment Day. I wanted the Prince, and then I wanted cool rock star Damian Priest when he was cool, and Rhea Ripley, and she kind of was pretty normal, but you know what I mean. I wanted that same thing for Wyatt Six. I wanted that Bo that we saw in that Wyatt documentary with the cross earring and the glasses and that like cult leader look, that Joseph Seed-esque look. And I wanted was Dexter Loomis with his mustache and the way he looks. I didn't want them all to rock Wyatt beards and do all this. And they do that, and they got a cool look down, and then they made the characters that are supposed to be a representation, they're physical characters. They did it again, dude. They did it again, and they could be doing so much cool things, like they did with what they did with the whole little drawing thing. Dude, Dexter had this whole drawing artist thing where he would draw. He didn't talk, but he would draw things that were the representation of what he was thinking. You could do cool shit with that every week with their opponents. You don't do none of that, dude. and they'll do it again, and they're gonna resurrect something, and they're gonna put it on Bo Dallas and dress him up as the Fiend to probably just sell more Fiend merch because it's sold
Yes.
back in the day.
Yep.
That's all. That's all it is because Fiend merch sold back in the day. That's why they overdid it back in the day, back when they originally made the Fiend. That's why they started to overdo it because the merch sold, because it looked cool, and they're gonna do it again. They're quite literally defiling a man's grave for money. That's fucked up. That's horrible. They failed the Wyatt family. They failed Bo. They failed this whole group. The peak of this group, the absolute peak of this group, was watching Eric Rowan cry
Oh.
in a therapy session.
Yep.
That was amazing because it showed the human. It showed the human that I want to see in Eric Rowan crying about the family he lost. That's what I want to see with all these guys. I want to hear Dexter Loomis, upset in his thoughts about his career in wrestling and his journey in NXT. I want to see the same thing with with all of them, with literally all of them.
Yeah.
Nikki Cross, I want to see her upset about the group she came in with and lost, and the group she found. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see this masked bullshit that killed fucking Wyatt's characters every time in his career. You're doing it to his brother, and you're doing it to his brother's group. That's fucked up.
It's so fucked up, man. And like you said, you have so much you can dabble into with these guys' characters. Again, especially too Dexter. Dexter lost his family. We never heard. I don't think we've ever heard a fucking peep from Dexter Loomis. Dexter lost
Nope.
his family in the way. Johnny, Candace, and Indy Hartwell and Austin Theory or whatever. He lost his family there. Joe Gacy lost his family in the fucking schism. And you could also elaborate on Bray Wyatt was a huge mentor to Joe Gacy. He was a huge mentor to Joe Gacy. You don't think you could dabble into their real life friendship a little bit? Something like that. You can even play into dirt sheet stories with Nikki Cross of Wyatt was originally supposed to lead Sanity. He was supposed to fucking lead Sanity. You can lean into how Nikki Cross lost her family, Insanity, and through that time, you could talk about the brief period of time where Bray, kind of helped her for a little bit. Maybe it wasn't on screen, but you could play into a real life friendship there. And Eric Rowan, like Sir K just said, man, the peak of this group was those therapy sessions with Bo Dallas, where he was talking about what it truly meant to him to lose his brother, Eric Rowan. He didn't even just lose his brother; he lost his brothers. He lost Brody and Bray. You know what I mean? And that's a huge story point for them. That's a huge piece of connection to audience. When again, especially with the Wyatt family, bro, we've been there, bro. we seen
Exactly.
we seen that family, we seen that group, we seen that camaraderie that group had. That's one of my favorite factions of all time. They had so much, they had so fucking much, and their big idea for Bo fucking Dallas is to still not give us Bo Dallas. They want to give us the Fiend to exploit the character for merch.
Quite
Fucking
literally just exploiting it for merch money.
absolutely ridiculous. And fucking Triple H. Triple H should be so fucking ashamed of himself. How you did Sanity so good. And that was fucking Sanity. And you can't do this group good at all. Just completely blows my mind, dude. It blows the fuck out of my mind how you fuck this group up that bad to the point where we are resurrecting the Fiend and you're gonna put Solo Sikoa's head on a lantern. Holy fuck.
Lantern. They're gonna fucking bring back the Fiend just for merch money, dude. Because I know the second he comes out, they're gonna come up with the whole line of all the Fiend related stuff. They're probably gonna resell that Fiend title and all that just to make fucking money, man. When you can have money in something original, in something real with real humans, that means something, man. But they never got that. They never got that human aspect of it. That's why the Wyatt characters always ended up just people hated them because they never shown the human side which people wanted to see.
Yep.
every time. They're doing it again.
And again, dude, the peaks of the group was when we seen these people as humans, when we seen Bo Dallas in Adam Pearce's office. That was the best this group has been, when they were fucking humans. And again, we're in the same boat. We're in the same boat where nobody feels human and there's no connection because there's nothing to connect with. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. Absolutely ridiculous. I seen that. I seen that image, man. I seen that image of the whole little fiend tease, and I just, at that point I had enough, man. I mean, I don't know how much worse it can get. I don't know how, I really don't know how much worse it can get. I don't know what they're gonna do next. Are they gonna resurrect Bray's physical skeleton next? Because that's all they know how to. Is that all they know how to fucking do? Because, dude, you have a group of people, and all you have to do is humanize the fucking people, and you really have yourselves. You really have yourself something special you can do with this Wyatt Six group, and you do nothing. All they are is a bunch of fucking costumes to this company.
Yep. They're literally just a bunch of costumes they could sell to this company, and it's so disappointing. They're missing out on so much meaningful, just character work and human work from these guys. Fucking disrespectful, dude. It really is.
Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Jacob Fatu.
Kill me.
Sir K, man, do you remember how this match ended?
Ooh, boy, do I, man.
Well,
This
please go ahead and indulge me, man. What happened in this Elimination Chamber qualifier match?
this might be the most egregious ending to a match I've ever seen. You can't write shit this bad, and they quite literally wrote shit this bad, man. So, it's, chaos in the ring. Fucking ever since Bloodline Rules, that's the only ending match type we get ever. Since Bloodline Rules, bro, that has literally been ending a match to almost every match in the company since. Holy shit, Triple H. But we get a whole bunch of fuckery. No way, man. Where we get Sami Zayn close, to winning the match, whatever. We have Drew McIntyre. Wait, hold on. Wait, no. I'm getting it all wrong. We get Sami Zayn getting knocked down by Cody. Cody's close to winning the match. Ooh, lo and behold, Drew McIntyre runs in to attack Cody Rhodes. He hits Cody with a claymore. He drags Sami Zayn's body on Cody Rhodes, walks away, and the ref counts 1, 2, and Cody Rhodes kicks out. He kicked out of someone attacks and hits his finisher on him in the middle of a match to drag the opponent on his body. And he fucking kicks out. And then he just gets up, hits Sami Zayn with a singular crossroads, and wins the match. Burn the whole company down. Burn Triple H's office down. Please, that whole writing room, burn it down. That might be one of the worst endings ever written in wrestling. That is the most egregious shit. You can't write more superhero bullshit than that.
Well, Jacob Fatu is not in the Elimination Chamber now. Cody Rhodes is in contention, and we said it last week. The winner of this qualifier pretty much determines who's going to win the Elimination Chamber. There's no fucking way they can actually think this is good shit here, man. I mean, there's no way. There's no plausible way where you can actually look at this fucking situation and say to yourself, I think this is the best outcome here. I think, the fans, and this came this literally came off the back of all these, why are our ticket prices low? Maybe it's because you do shit like this. Maybe, I mean, the ticket prices absolutely have something to do with it, but maybe the creative. Maybe we shouldn't be, maybe we shouldn't be. What am I trying to say here? Maybe we shouldn't be so quick to not blame creative, because let me fucking tell you, creative probably has every fucking bit to do with this as the ticket prices do. Cody fucking Rhodes gets jumped mid-match, kicks out, hits a finisher, and wins the fucking match. Do you know how stupid Drew McIntyre? Do you know how weak that makes Drew McIntyre look?
Jamie and Drew look like absolute shit because of that. He Drew McIntyre randomly attacked and hit him with his finisher and put a man over his fucking dead body, and he still kicked out. Dude, that's literally in 2017 how Vince would book Roman, and people hated it. And this is what they're doing to Cody Rhodes. The most egregious fuck you shit in the world. That's horrible, man.
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, man. Cody Rhodes, bro. I don't. My God, genuinely fail to, I fail to come to an understanding as to how you held an emergency meeting about what you can do to fix the Mania ticket prices, yet you give us more teasing towards a Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre WrestleMania match. What a joke. What an absolute... This is your bounce back. This is your way to say, you know what, guys? Go out and buy your WrestleMania tickets. Use code WINTER. This is how we're going to get you excited to buy WrestleMania tickets. And we have the most superhero Cody Rhodes triumphant victory that makes Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre look like fucking idiots. Which Sami isn't so bad, because this is all building up to Mania. This is all building up to Mania next year. I'm sure this is going to play into Sami Zayn's redemption story. You know what I mean? I mean, it makes him look weak, but I'm sure that's probably what they were going for. Can anybody explain to me what this does for Drew McIntyre, though?
Why on earth would you say on SmackDown that you wrote it in the contract that he can't face McIntyre anymore, because that's all he's done is go for McIntyre? If canonically, if in fucking kayfabe, he is contracted to not be able to face Drew McIntyre while he's world champion, why was he allowed in the Royal Rumble and in the
Yes.
Chamber? Why?
How?
You know what, Royal Rumble? Okay, he could have faced, Punk logically, whatever. But you can't be in the Chamber. I'm sorry.
How are you going to sit there and tell your audience this guy cannot face Drew McIntyre as long as he's the champion, but then continuously give him qualifying matches to compete against Drew McIntyre for the championship?
What? Like, you can't make this up.
That doesn't make sense. They just better hope that Jacob Fatu is added to this match. But I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, man. Pretty much all you got to do is watch the show, and you can determine that Jacob Fatu is going to be in this match. I think. At least I fucking hope for their sake, that Jacob Fatu is in the match. But
I really hope so, and I think so. I would have just really liked if you gave Jacob Fatu that accolade of winning the Chamber,
yes,
an accolade that Cody does not need. And I get they want to stat pad the fucking dude. I get it, but he don't need it. Give it to Fatu, please.
yes.
But I still think he's going to be in the match. It's just you just gotta give those numbers up for Cody, them accolades and numbers up.
Cody Rhodes, a two-time WWE champion, bro. He's a fucking two-time Royal Rumble winner. Jacob Fatu is he's he doesn't really have those accolades, bro. Let Jacob.
Title.
Yes, he's a one-time US champion, bro. Let him win a chamber, man. Let him win a fucking elimination chamber to the point where he is able to have those accolades under his name. He's able to say he is a, Elimination Chamber winner. You know what I mean? But no, we have to stat pad Cody Rhodes. How ridiculous. How ridiculous. How big of a fuck you was this from Triple H, man? This was supposed to be a bounce back from their low Mania ticket sales. How do we entice people to buy? How do we entice people to come out to Vegas again? Let's fucking give them Cody Rhodes in the title picture again. Nice. All I'm saying, Fatu needs to be added to this, and Fatu needs to walk out of WrestleMania as WWE champion, man. It's for, please, for the love of God, give me something for. If Cody Rhodes wins the championship at WrestleMania, then we have just fallen off the deep end, man. I mean, we just have at that point.
Exactly. Genuinely, if Drew wins, I feel nothing. If Cody wins, I'll feel pure anger. And Jacob needs to win, dude. He needs to win. I need Samoan mind control to take over for WrestleMania. I need it. I'm sorry.
Yep. So, I would rather deal with the Samoans than Triple H's boy, Cody Rhodes. To be honest.
I would. I really would, dude.
That was SmackDown. And Monday Night Raw.
From shit to piss.
This was your February 16th edition of Monday Night Raw. This was from Memphis, Tennessee. The show opened up. And I see a bunch of nerds going, yeet, 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 yeet. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
I knew it instantly. Yep. The second the camera pans and they're like in the arena around a bunch of fans, I know it every time.
I knew it was over. I was
like, oh dear God.
The Usos come out, and there's fucking Jey Uso standing there.
Just me, Uso. Both of them, but it's just him, Uso.
Yep.
Again, still.
Didn't we just talk about exploiting things for money? They've exploited this theme song.
Triple H, man. He just exploits for money. He really does. That's all he knows how to do.
Well, that's because this is what we do.
I'm a fraud. That's what I do.
It's what we do.
It's what we do.
Paul Heyman is then talking over the mic, and they legitimately waited about 10 seconds before somebody decided, oh, we should probably shut the mic off. Or, shut the song off.
Literally. It's the, hold on, stop it, hold on, it's the cut it, my name, bro, god damn, holy production.
Let the fucking guy talk. I know you hear him. The last time I checked, Jey Uso's singles theme song didn't have Paul Heyman ad-libs in it. Shut up. Shut the song off. Paul Heyman yells to cut the music. Logan Paul then starts yapping about selling a Pokemon card for $16 million.
Logan, you done sold that for $16 million. Good for you. Can you put some funds into WWE's pockets to make this company a little better? Something.
Yeah.
That's all I ask you do. That's
my
only request with that money. Can you help them out? Can you do something, man? Can you fucking just do something, man? This place sucks.
He then just goes into his heel shtick before Paul Heyman shows footage of the Masked Man from last week. Theory then grabs the mic and says that a Masked Man is real original these days. Okay, so you know. So Paul knows what he's doing. He just doesn't care. He just likes running the Masked Man gig. Nice. This is a great.
It's insulting.
This is just a great way the company's heading, man.
I love that we're back to this company insulting my intelligence. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so great.
I waited for these
We,
days to pop back up again, man. I really did.
I, yep, that's what I wanted, man. I wanted them to insult my intelligence again.
Adam Pierce, Austin Theory then says last week was his match to win. Pierce comes out. He tells them they need to leave the ring so the show can go on as normally scheduled. Theory says that Adam Pierce screwed him. Oh, wow.
Adam Pierce.
I wonder if he screwed him in Shambhala or not, because I don't know what kind of...
Oh.
How did Austin Theory go from Uncharted 3 last week to Uncharted 2? This motherfucker looks like he traveled to Shambhala.
He looks like he stole that fucking Bane jacket that fucking Mox used to wear in this company, cut off the sleeves, and he put... Dean, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Dean. He cut off the sleeves and he's wearing a fucking scarf. What is he wearing, bro? What is this Austin Theory look, bro? Like, bro's from Atlanta. Why is he dressing like that? Oh, man. Oh, God. This is horrible, dude. This might be one of the worst turnarounds I've ever seen for a faction. Genuinely.
No bronze, no sauce. There's one Braun, but we need both Brons for this group to be somewhat afloat.
And they don't put enough effort into the one Braun to have enough sauce. If they did, he'd probably be able to carry somewhat of the weight, but they don't put any stock in him. You know what? This week they kind of did. They're kind of setting up something I like, so that might be good.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still probably gonna lose that match anyway.
Probably. So he says that Adam Pierce screwed him.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman then lobbies for Bronson Reed to be in the Elimination Chamber match. And Adam Pierce says, I have no problem with that. He's in a qualifier next week. Did you see his qualifier match?
That looks absolute dog shit, dude.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is that match?
We are in. It's Bronson Reed, El Grande Americano, the original El Grande Americano, and
who was the middle person in that match? It's fucking someone stupid, I think. Oh, fuck. I forgot who's in the middle of that match.
Oh, brother.
I already forgot. I literally looked at the graphic earlier.
I was going to say, I
just saw that graphic, but I forget. Oh, I wonder, El Grande has a thing with the other El Grande. I wonder if he's going to come out and screw that El Grande in the match, and then Mask Guy comes to screw up Bronson Reed, but he counters it, and he wins the match. No.
It's fucking Jey Uso. Jey Uso, Bronson Reed, and the original El Grande Americano.
I swear to God, if other El Grande screws one El Grande, and then Mask Guy screws Reed, and fucking Jay wins, I'm gonna lose my shit, dude. That's probably what's gonna happen.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. I thought when I seen Jey Uso was in this match, I was like, cause dude, you know he's gonna they need him to run it back in the chamber. They do.
They love that shit. He has to run it back in every special match, dude. He's gonna be in the fucking Money in the Bank ladder match this year and do the same thing.
Yeah. Yep. I'll yeet for the entrance. I'm not running it back. Okay, so the entrance, there's a time and a place for everything. The entrance, do your thing, have fun. That's your thing, right? That's the only spot where it should be at.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it in the middle of the match, and I can tell you, from my seat in the United Center, I'm not running it back. I'm not.
No, I'm not running.
I'm not a part of this.
I'm not a part of this. I'm not a part of the problem, man. I'm not going to enable this.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. El Grande is going to screw El Grande. The Mask Guy is going to fucking cost Bronson Reed. It's probably going to end up being Seth Rollins. That'll build to their Mania match. And then Jey fucking Uso is going to be put in the Elimination Chamber. So it's basically going to be the chamber from last year, how it was all those star-studded names and then Damian fucking Priest. It's pretty much going to be like Orton, Cody, and the other names that are in there, and then there's just going to be Jey Uso in the chamber.
Jey Uso, dude. Oh man, that's
Ridiculous.
horrible.
So, LA Knight comes out. He says that he prays Bronson Reed gets in the chamber so he can kick his ass. Logan then goes to interrupt LA Knight, but LA Knight cuts him off immediately. He calls Logan a simple-minded, broccoli-headed bitch. He asks Adam Pearce if he can make a 6-man tag team match with the Usos against The Vision. Pearce says it's official. Well, what a fucking banger we started the show with.
Oh dear God, I knew I was in for one when I saw that fucking shit, dude.
This Raw,
dude,
felt so long, it was tiring.
Yep, dude, it's just shit after shit after shit. It's just, oh man, it's horrible, dude. It drags. There's fucking 5 Adam Pearce backstage segments an episode. It's so bad, dude.
Mm-hmm. We then get the Vision defeating LA Knight and the Usos. Bronson Reed looked like a monster here, I can't lie. He speared LA Knight through the barricade, hit a suicide dive on the Usos, threw Jey Uso over the announce table, threw Jimmy into the ring for a titanium fist by Logan Paul, and a tsunami to pick up the victory for his team. Bronson Reed, if I could say one thing about this episode of fucking Monday Night Raw, they made Bronson Reed look like $1 million here, and you could definitely tell he's transitioning to that one-on-one match. He's transitioning to that one-on-one match against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, which I actually really like. Logan Paul got on the headset afterwards and was talking while hanging his head, kind of over the announce table, and the masked man came and stomped him before he ran off as, this is absolutely Seth Rollins.
This is literally absolutely Seth Rollins. And why the fuck did they have him stand in the crowd and linger like he was about to unmask himself?
I know.
Just to fucking cut the commercial. I thought for a second, I was like, oh wow, are they actually just gonna reveal it now and cut the bullshit? No, they did not cut the bullshit. The bullshit continues.
It did.
I do like how good they're making Reed look, man. I hope he continues to go on a tear.
100%, man, because before the main event, the last Vision segment of the night, Theory was getting in Adam Pearce's face about, is this the kind of show you run? Is this the kind of show you run? So they back him off, and Paul Heyman tells him and Logan, go to the jet. So Austin Theory goes to leave, and he goes to open this fucking door to walk out of the segment, and the door won't open. The door will not open, and they legitimately had to cut away from him because the door wasn't open. But what made this so hilarious was you can fucking still hear Austin Theory, open up, door! This door won't freaking open! Open up, doors! He's pushing the fucking door, and I'm dying laughing because this dude looks aura gone, bro. Aura fucking gone. They cut away, and you just still hear this dude screaming, open up, door!
I had to fucking have an aura-filled, angry walk-off, and the door was locked, and he couldn't fucking leave, and he's fucking fucking open the door. Come on, door.
Come on, door. Oh, man.
Oh, bro.
Hilarious.
How'd they kill this aura this quick?
Paul Heyman tells Adam Pearce he needs to do something about the masked man. Reed gets in Adam Pearce's face and he says, he solves problems. And when I catch your masked guy, I'm going to solve the problem. As he walks off.
I'm glad we are getting that Seth and Reed match. I hope so.
I really hope this is an opportunity for Bronson Reed to look like a stud. I really, really hope so. And I think, I feel like it should. I feel like it should, man. But otherwise, man, they made Bronson Reed look like $1 million here. As I really liked it. I really liked it a lot. As I really liked it a lot, man. As yeah, I thought Bronson Reed on this night did look like $1,000,000.
He did. I like the way he looked. He looks really good. Theory, unfortunately, does not look as good as Reed right now after tonight, after last night. But it was good nonetheless, and I really hope we get that match. And I think we'll get that match at Mania.
We then get a segment with Adam Pearce where he's walking through the backstage area and he stops by a crate that says deliver to WWE, do not open until 2/28/26. Adam Pearce says, "What is this?" And the guy says, "It's a crate." He says, "I can see that. What's in it?" "I don't know. I didn't open it."
The crate.
28. That's the chamber. Do not open until then. Adam Pearce then tells Eli, who is the random stand-in, to send it to SmackDown, have Aldis deal with it. What the fuck is Aldis supposed to do with this crate? It says do not open. Why not just send it to the fucking United Center now?
Just have to store it in the UC for now. I don't get the whole purpose of the after part, but they, you know what's funny about this company, man? Triple H refuses to do a fifth match on one of these fucking show pay-per-views, but he's gonna waste time on this fucking great segment at Chamber instead of just giving us a fifth match.
What are your thoughts on the crate, bro?
I think it's three possibilities. One super unlikely possibility, and two generally likely possibilities. It is A, something Chris Jericho related. It's a statue. It's fucking Chris Jericho himself. Something like that. I think first option, something Chris Jericho related. Second option, maybe it is something Cena Hall of Fame related. Maybe it's like a Cena statue that's like the reveal of, oh, this is going to be Cena's big Hall of Fame, and this is like the start of it. He gets, this statue, like we gave to, Dusty, and I think Andre, the Giant has one, kind of like that, but for Cena, and this is going to be the announcement for the Cena Hall of Fame. I think it's going to be either one of those two. No matter what, I just feel like it's going to be some type of statue of either Jericho being Jericho or Cena for the Hall of Fame. I don't know why. I'm just seeing statue. It's the height, it's the size of it. That's what I'm thinking. Either that, least likely it's something rock related if they emergency need to sell tickets for WrestleMania. It's a very unlikely option, but the rock is a possibility. But I think it's either going to be Cena or Jericho related. But what about you?
My mind went way negative for this one. I
Oh.
thought of two options that I just think is WWE trying to. This is WWE's version of what they did last year with calling upon The Rock to help boost the chamber sales.
Mhm.
I thought it was going to be some sort of tease of The Rock being at WrestleMania next year in Saudi Arabia, but they were just going to announce something now to get ticket sales for the show. The other
See
thing
that?
is during the men's chamber, I thought about Brock Lesnar coming out of that crate and fucking destroying everybody. I don't know why I thought that. It just, again, it is very unlikely, but I don't know. My mind is in a very negative space with WWE right now to the point where I just really don't trust them to do anything because I don't know what is going on. But I do know one thing: when they're in desperation mode, they make absolutely no sense. If you look at what they did last year, when they are desperate, they are desperate. And when I say they will do anything, they will do any fucking thing to try to, get a dime out of people, get people to come out to these shows, man. WWE's going to the United Center for the first time in like 30 years for an event, and it's not sold out. I don't even think it's close to being sold out. And
Oh,
there's a reason for that, because if this shit was 2023, it would have sold out no problem.
oh yeah, 1,000%. I think when we got our tickets, I think there was still like 2,700 seats left or something like that. There's still
Mhm.
a lot of seats left
Yes.
in that arena, man, and it's bad. It's looking bad for them, and it's looking bad for Chamber. It's looking bad for Mania, and it's not looking good for them. It's really not, and I think it can be a rock related thing. The more hopeful side is something stupid like Jericho coming out and he has a Jericho statue of himself, or even like I said, the Cena thing where it's like a tribute to Cena. Um, but and dude, you're not wrong. That is very like they love doing that type of shit with Brock, where he bust out of this thing and oh my god, it's Brock. He's so strong. He fucking broke out of the crate, and I
And
wouldn't be shocked, unfortunately.
so imagine Cody Rhodes and LA Knight are the last two in the, Elimination
Oh
Chamber.
no.
Brock comes and
Mm-hmm.
busts out of the crate, destroys, both men,
God.
but then Cody Rhodes crawls over and throws his arm on LA Knight, and then boom. Cody Rhodes wins the match and fucking LA Knight gets screwed by Brock Lesnar. I don't know why I thought about something like that. I really don't. But again, when they're in desperation mode, they don't care
It
how
gets
much they
bad.
underwhelm at all. They will just do anything that is going to pop an interest. And I got a bad feeling about this crate because it just screams desperation. Last year,
It does.
it was easy to disguise because they had The Rock, and The Rock had been
Yeah.
involved at the Mania prior, so it didn't look too desperate. It just looked like The Rock was coming back to finish up the final boss character. Come to find out, it was complete desperation, and Rock didn't really
Yeah.
fucking care to be involved at all. Now we know, being that now we know what happened last year, we know it's desperation this year, and it just screams desperation to me, and I'm not excited for it. And I am going into this with the worst possible case scenario involved at all.
Definitely getting fucking bunny egg, golden egg, Vince fucking PTSD from this.
Yes, we really are,
Oh,
bro. But that was what they did. They announced this big crate as, my God, I have
I'm
absolutely no
so bummed.
fucking. I have no idea what could possibly be in this crate, but I can tell you one thing. I am terrified. I am absolutely
Oh, dude.
terrified for what is going to end up being in this crate.
If it's The Rock, they're gonna wheel it out there on the entrance stage, and with The Rock's, lightning strike entrance, they're gonna have the lightning strike the box. It's gonna blow open, and it's gonna be The Rock. If that's The Rock, that's how they're doing it.
Ugh.
They're gonna have his fucking lightning strike it, and the fucking final boss is there, and fucking kill me. Can the lightning strike me,
I was
please?
gonna say, please come
Just
up to my
strike me.
section, bro. Just get me now. I, at
Just
that
do
point,
it.
at that point, I'd rather be laid up in a fucking hospital than watching WrestleMania, bro. So
Oh, dude. Oh, man.
yeah, that was what WWE
Mm,
did, and those are our theories about it. And I could tell you, man, I am terrified. I am petrified
I'm
to see
terrified for
what's in
this.
this crate.
I am so scared to see what's in this fucking thing.
There is the El Grandes coming up to Adam Pearce after this, and they ask why the OG El Grande Americano has a chamber qualifier next week. El Grande, current El Grande, then asks for an Intercontinental title match. He said, Adam Pearce tells him he can earn a shot tonight. Does everybody? Is that everybody's? Is that everybody's like gig on Raw? Does everybody just go up to Adam Pearce every week and just ask for title shots?
All they do every week is they walk up, whether it's the mid card, the tag, the fucking world title scene, whatever it is, and they just ask for a title shot. And that's all they get. And Adam Pearce goes, you know what? You can earn one tonight. Every week. Every fucking week.
David Orozca in the chat. What's up, bro? He says, "Who's the
So,
masked
man,
man?" Seth Rollins.
it's Seth Rollins' brother, unfortunately. Fortunately, we are getting the Reed match with that, and I do like that. But it's just Seth Rollins, bro.
So, Elimination Chamber qualifiers continue as we have Asuka defeating Bailey and Natty.
Isn't
Bay
she cool, dude? Isn't
so
she
cool. The
intimidating?
low-key legend is so intimidating, bro. Um
Low key.
Bailey hits Natalia with a knee to knock her off the apron, and she turns around into an Asuka lock and taps out. I'm not gonna lie, Asuka is probably one of my favorite like women's competitors of all time. Um,
Or nothing.
I cannot stand this current version of Asuka, bro. She is so annoying. Her and Kairi Sane's act is so trash. I can't even describe it to you, man. I really, really cannot even describe it to you, man. This shit is so fucking boring. It is downright offensive. It is downright fucking offensive how boring this gag
It's
is,
insulting.
bro.
This fucking shit on Raw and SmackDown. It's insulting, dude. This shit is insulting our intelligence. And they're doing the same thing here. Every week she's spazzing out on Kari, and Kari's
Ev-
fucking sitting there all shocked and crying, and all this. And then she gets fucking called back, and she runs to her, and she's scared of her, and fucking, it's so bad. All this shit is just so fucking bad, dude. Triple H done caught himself for everybody to be in the worst possible state of their characters.
Yeah,
It's horrible, dude.
this shit's so fucking terrible, bro. It is so terrible,
Ugh.
man. um, Asuka wins. It'd be nice to see Bailey in there. It's not like again her and Lyra were the best part about Monday Night Raw towards the end of the year last year. But they get nothing going into WrestleMania. They get nothing going into WrestleMania. But we can make room for Asuka because Asuka and Kairi Sane is just such an intriguing fucking act, man. Asuka going around screaming at everybody every week and then screaming at Kairi Sane. It is fucking terrible. How you have a killer like Asuka, and this is what you've done with her. Meanwhile, in NXT, you booked her to be, in my opinion, the greatest female wrestler of all time. You booked her that way. And now this is what you do with her, man. That is just such a great fucking outcome, Paul. So you're doing a fucking fantastic job with Asuka, Paul.
It's a
God,
fantastic. Booked her so good in NXT where she literally did a fake injury angle to lose the title to get called up. And this is what you're doing with her.
ridiculous. Brought her to the main roster undefeated after 523 days of an amazing title reign. And this is what she's doing now. She's going around yelling at people. She's in the chamber, and I could not find a fuck to give. Maxine Dupree attacked Natalia after the match. Okay, great.
Right?
Who
Okay.
cares? That's all I got.
Yeah, literally.
Adam Pearce makes an official offer, finally,
Look at this.
to Oba Femi. He tells Oba, I don't need an answer right now. He says, I don't need an answer right now, but if you could just look this over and get back to me, I can assure you this is a better offer than the one Nick Aldis gave you. Oba says he's going to take time, and he will see, where he lands. He goes to turn around, and there is Rusev. Actually, I wrote Miro in my notes. There is Rusev standing there, and we get a Oba Femi and Rusev. What the fuck? A Rusev stare down. I did it anyway. We get a Rusev and Oba Femi stare down. As all of us were wondering, what if Brock Lesnar is not the match for WrestleMania? Then what is Oba Femi gonna do? And if Brock isn't the match, I think we are seeing our WrestleMania match for Oba Femi right in front of our very eyes. If the Brock match doesn't end up happening, which at this point it doesn't look like it's going to happen, I'm sure we are looking at our WrestleMania match for Oba Femi, which will end up being Rusev.
I think so. I think that's what they're teasing here. Did you see what Rusev was wearing, bro?
I did. Rusev had on a Happy Rusev Day shirt.
You just gotta,
They're gonna bring it back,
flab
bro.
everything for money. I don't even care at this point, dude. What are y'all doing, bro? Let's just bring that back for money. You can't make this fucking company up. You really can't.
You can't, bro. I tell you, man. You absolutely cannot. You absolutely cannot make this company up. Sometimes, dude. You have Obafemi. Um, possibly facing Rusev at WrestleMania again. The Brock match probably isn't happening. If it was happening, they would have done something by now. I think Brock Lesnar is going to end up screwing LA Knight out of the chamber. I can absolutely see that at this point. If WWE was smart, they would have Brock Lesnar attack LA Knight before he even gets in the chamber match, and then fucking replace LA Knight with Jacob Fatu, which would suck for LA Knight. But at the end of the day, if it's a way to get Jacob in the chamber, then that is a way you can go about it. Even though, either way, LA Knight is going to have to look like shit. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, but if there was a good to come out of LA Knight looking like shit, it would be finding a way to get Jacob Fatu in that chamber. However,
100%.
Rusev versus Obafemi. Seen Rusev wearing that Rusev Day shirt, man, and yeah, I think they're gonna bring it back. I think they're gonna bring it back, man. As Rusev Day. I mean, is he just gonna bring it back, and is it just gonna die at WrestleMania? Is Obafemi's good? I mean, Obafemi's probably gonna mop the floor with the guy at WrestleMania. So I don't know. When I tell you I'm so mind fucked going into WrestleMania, I am so mind fucked. I mean, every week I just have more questions. I have more questions than I have assuring answers.
It's just questions of just why. Why and what are you fucking doing every week, man? They're gonna bring back Rusev Day. He's gonna get mopped, and he's just gonna be a joke, man. He would have come back to the company, man.
Liv Morgan is in the back with Michael Cole, and he asks Liv who she is going to pick for WrestleMania. Dom sits next to Liv, just randomly walks in the interview. Liv says she's not.
Dude, Cole saying just, all right, come in, whatever. You weren't. His reaction to Dom was hilarious.
It was. He's such a dick to Dominic, bro. It is hilarious. So he's like, "Oh, okay, this was a one-on-one interview, but just sit down, whatever." So Liv says she's not rushing her choice. Stephanie Vaquer then walks in and starts starts speaking in Spanish to Liv Morgan. Dominic is translating. Stephanie gets up and leaves, and Liv Morgan starts crying. Michael Cole, another hilarious fucking spot, goes, "So, is this a bad time to ask? But who are you gonna choose?" And Dominic puts his hand out and he goes, "Yeah, this is a bad time." Liv Morgan is crying and leaves.
It's me watching Raw.
Yeah, it quite literally was. This show, by the time at this show, that the point of this show, this was maybe like halfway through, and I genuinely felt like I was watching the show for like 4 hours at this point. I was like, holy fuck, this doesn't end.
This show doesn't fucking end, man. It really doesn't.
Liv Morgan. This wasn't the last we seen of her. There was another spot, but there's more Judgment Day related stuff before we can finish out Judgment Day stuff for the night, because the next thing on the show was a CM Punk promo. He comes out and does his shtick. He says that, yeah, you gotta love it. I love Punk. I think Punk's probably, like, next to Cena as the greatest promo of all time, dude. But these promos lately have fucking sucked. I can't lie to you, man.
This fucking garbles on about fucking a circle. He just talks in a circle the whole time until someone comes out every week, dude.
Every week. It's like Cody Rhodes does the same thing. What do you want to fucking talk about? Drew McIntyre disrespected me.
He needs to respect me and all this. And then Punk comes out. It's a great day to be in fucking hell on Monday Night Raw. And and he's gonna talk about what happened last week. And he's gonna reiterate what he said last week. And every week, every fucking week, dude.
He says The Office is upset that he's jeopardizing the WrestleMania main event. He says he's making it better. He says just because a team is qualified for the playoffs doesn't mean they stop playing regular season games. That's a great fucking point, CM Punk. I wish you could run that up the fucking flagpole, because I don't think your bosses quite understand how fucking sports work. Says he's jeopardizing, he says he's making it better. He says the fans deserve a fighting champion. I know, you tell us every week. He says Finn deserved the title shot in Belfast, and now he has earned this ass whooping. He says Finn has ruined his last match with AJ Styles, so he's earned this beating. He says he didn't become the best in the world for no reason. He said it's not Roman, it's not Finn. And Finn comes out with Dominic and JD McDonough. JD's back. Happy to see my boy back.
Oh, yeah?
Finn tells Punk to relax. He says we didn't come out here to fight. He says he's making one thing crystal clear. To be the best in the world, you got to train with the best in Ireland, in Mexico, in Japan. Show up first night on Raw and beat Roman Reigns. Oh, such a great episode of Monday Night Raw, dude. Oh my God, it was so fast. That was the best fucking episode of Monday Night Raw I've ever seen, bro. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So, he says, man. He says, so the real best in the world is standing right in front of you. So when I beat you, I'm not jeopardizing your main event. I'm making the main event better. CM Punk says, what are these idiots doing here? He says, you know, Finn, you've done a lot of great in your career, but there's one thing, all the great things you've done in your career, you did them by yourself. It's okay. I'm glad you have that. I'm glad I looked up and seen that look on your face, because I'm sitting there like,
I will say I'm glad he didn't say he did it by himself in Japan. You could tell he stopped himself when he got through the Mexico, the Ireland, because Mr. Phil, you know, the biggest thing he done in his career is create one of the most iconic groups of all time in the business. So no, he didn't do it by himself. His biggest thing is creating the Bullet Club. You moron.
I was gonna say, okay. I don't think that group of foreigners was done by himself.
No, I think he is known actually for being in a group, one of the most iconic groups of all time that he created with fucking Tama Tonga.
My
okay.
God.
Right,
okay. So he says, you used to mean something, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, is that really true?
He tells Finn that the Judgment Day is an anchor around his neck that is dragging him down. He says, like, look at this idiot. And he just points at Dom, and Dom's just standing there looking all salty. Poor Dom, bro. Did him dirty. So, he says, Punk says, he says, I'm a smart man that does dumb things, and I'm going to do something really stupid right now. I'm going to turn around and let you guys jump me. He stands there. And the other two, JD and Dom, they want to pounce. They want to pounce on CM Punk. They go to walk towards him, and Finn is holding them back. And they're looking at Finn Balor so sideways, it's not even funny. They're looking at him like, what are you doing? Like, what? Get him. So he's holding them back, and CM Punk eventually realizes they're not going to do anything, so he gets out of the ring and he throws his microphone at what's his Finn. We then get this backstage segment where Liv's still crying. Dominic and her are fucking cuddling on the couch. Raquel's third wheeling so hard, sitting on the arm of the couch. JD and Finn walk up and they're arguing with each other. JD, he tells Finn, "You are feeding right into his game, bro. He's in your head. He's in your head." Finn argues back and he says, "You know what? The best way you guys could help me is let me do it alone." I forgot to mention, JD also mentioned too, we could have got him right there. He had his back turned to us, and you would have had him in a weakened state at Elimination Chamber. So Finn tells them the best way you can help me is let me do it alone. JD says, "Fine, do it alone then." This shit was great. I thought this was fucking tremendous. This whole shit with CM Punk getting in Finn Balor's head, making Finn Balor realize that he's better off on his own. If you do not have this fucking group turn on Finn Balor, if you try to spin this any other way than Finn Balor becoming a babyface solo Finn out of all this, trying to get his shit back together on his own, then I don't know what the fuck we're doing, man. I really don't know what the fuck we're doing. I thought this was great, and we hardly ever see Finn and JD argue. Normally, those two are the only two that are ever on the same page. Seeing them argue, man, it was pretty dope. I cannot lie to you, man. This was pretty dope, and I can only hope this ends up being the Mania match, is Finn versus Dom for the IC title.
So, and I think so at this point, and I think either two ways: either they don't help him in his match and he loses, and they're disappointed in him, or he asked them to stay out of the match. They're not going to stay out of the match. They're going to come in, inadvertently screw him. He's going to be pissed. Either way, I really hope we get the breakup, and I hope we get the Finn and Dom match at WrestleMania.
I hope so. Knowing WWE, they will. They will probably do Dominic versus the OG El Grande Americano. Or the El Grande Americano.
Or a triple threat or something, but hopefully not.
Well, speaking of the Intercontinental Championship, Penta and El Grande battle for a shot at the title.
They don't get... They're then out here talking about who is going to come out to face El Grande. And it's just fucking Penta. We haven't seen this match a million times.
How compelling. Penta.
I hate this company.
El Grande goes to get the metal piece. And Mayo, Tyler Bate, is digging in his balls so hard to find this piece of metal. He's moving his arm back and forth, and I'm like, holy fuck, dude. How far down did the fucking piece of metal fall? And his boy was just gonna put it right on his forehead. He's gonna put it right on his fucking forehead, bro. No shame in his game.
He was gonna put some dick metal on his forehead. That's fucking crazy. But,
wild.
He really dropped it down his pants like crazy, man. He really did.
The OG El Grande then takes care of Rayo and Mayo, the condiments, to help Penta, while the original El Grande, or the fucking imposter El Grande, was distracted. Penta hit a springboard Mexican destroyer, and afterwards, the OG El Grande tries pulling the mask off of Ludwig Kaiser, and the condiments save him.
Yep, every time. And literally, it's just a mask ripping. They did this for like 3 weeks in a row now. It's horrible, man.
Yes.
It's horrible.
We got an AJ Lee and Becky Lynch promo where pretty much they came out yapping at each other. I completely glossed over that. I think we're gonna end up getting both El Grandes I think it's gonna be loser loses their mask match at WrestleMania with what they've been teasing. these guys pulling each other's mask off. I think it's obviously going to be El Grande versus El Grande, and the loser has to take the mask off, which at this point, I am actually lobbying for Chad Gable to lose that match, as wild as that sounds.
I hope so, and I think so, to be honest.
We get an AJ Lee and Becky Lynch promo. It was pretty generic. It was, more of Becky Lynch just being a coward. AJ Lee was trying to get Becky Lynch to come in the ring and hit her. And Becky Lynch pretty much just did the heel coward thing and would not hit AJ Lee, as she was using the excuse as she, AJ wants her to take her out so she doesn't have to be at Elimination Chamber. So Becky ended up walking off with no punches thrown. It was pretty generic. I'm not really a fan of these two. They don't really have good mic chemistry together, to be honest with you. They have, at least from what we've seen at WrestlePalooza, they're okay in the ring together, but on the mic, man, it just doesn't really do it for me.
No, it really doesn't, and I get they wanted to, save the first singles AJ Lee match for something closer to Mania, but I wish they would have just done it already, because he literally just goes out every week, says she's nervous for her first singles match and blah, blah, blah years and all that. I wish they would have just got all that stuff over with, and she was just kind of more normally a part of the show. And like you said, I don't think they really have good mic chemistry. They kind of just come out and yip at each other for fucking 7 minutes and call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of just want to get this feud over with for Mania, so they could both go on to do different things. I really hope so.
100%, man. So AJ Styles. Yes, AJ Styles. WWE announces an AJ Styles tribute for next week's Raw in Atlanta. Now, I don't know if this is like AJ's going to be there tribute. I would assume he's going to be there. They rolled like a couple video packages, or I don't know if this is just the final goodbye. Because from what we know, AJ Styles' contract was up in February. Now, nobody ever specified if it was up in February or it was up when February's done. I don't know if this is, AJ, decided to come back to the company, or I don't know if this is AJ Styles' final goodbye in WWE and thank you, and he's up, as soon as February is, as soon as the month of February is over, he's done with WWE. All we knew is that his contract was up in February. We don't know if that's start of February or the end of February, but this is a tribute, so I would assume that, this is the final write-off for AJ Styles. At least as far as what we heard up until this point, there hasn't been no new deal with the company, so I think that he is still done. I think this is just WWE's way of maybe giving him the outro that he, got in Saudi Arabia, but here in the States and in his hometown.
Exactly. So I could see that maybe it's one last lob for one last Mania match, maybe. But overall, I see this as the final goodbye in his hometown.
I could very well see it, man. So AJ, we will see you in 28 days on March 15th, after next week. So Javon Evans versus Gunther versus Dominic Mysterio in an Elimination Chamber qualifier. Dominic goes to use the ring hammer that he normally uses to cheat, and Gunther catches him. But Dragon Lee jumps out of the timekeeper's area with with the ring bell, and he hits Gunther right on the head with it. Dominic takes advantage. He gets inside of the ring and goes for a 619 to Javon Evans, which he hits. He goes for the frog splash, misses the frog splash. He misses the frog splash, and Javon hits an OG cutter for the win. All right, let's pause right there. What is the likelihood of Javon Evans winning the what is the likelihood of Javon Evans winning the what the fuck am I trying to say? What is the likelihood of Javon Evans, if the Finn match doesn't happen, being Dom's Mania match? Because he got a clean victory over him here.
I could see it if they don't do the Finn match. I could see it being Javon Evans. I wouldn't be mad
I wouldn't be mad at that at all, considering the other option for Javon
at
at
that. I'd be cool
WrestleMania.
with that. I'd be down for that. Cool.
Yeah, I my bad, you kind of just buffered for me. Yeah, I wouldn't be, I'm dead. I wouldn't be mad at that either, considering the other option for Javon Evans is the El Grandes at WrestleMania. Um, but like I said, man, there is a high likelihood. Again, he got a clean victory against Dominic Mysterio, so WWE would kind of be stupid not to address that. As Javon Evans, again, he got a clean victory over the Intercontinental Champion, so it would only make sense for Javon to bring that up again. Now, whether that's, I mean, we still got another 2 months before WrestleMania, whether that's going to be something that happens in the build up to WrestleMania or the Mania match. If the Finn Dom match doesn't happen, I could very well see Javon and Dominic happening at WrestleMania for the IC title, which, again, isn't bad. But at this point, I feel like there is more story in the Finn match and kicking Finn Balor out of the Judgment Day, partially just because if the Javon match does happen, it's just going to be Finn Balor low-key making fun of Dominic the whole time, and that's going to be that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It should be very interesting to see what happens there. But he got a clean victory. And Javon Evans is in the Elimination Chamber, which I am so glad for, because, you know, there was a very bad, possibility for me that WWE was just going to throw Gunther in the chamber, and, do what they, I don't know, do with him in there. You can't write Gunther off, especially with Triple H booking. He's always a candidate to win anything with Triple H being in charge. But I am glad they did not go that route, and they ended up going with Javon Evans. I think he's an exciting guy, and I think he's very exciting to be in a match like the Elimination Chamber. So I'm actually very happy they did go with Javon to win this match.
I'm very happy they went with Javon to win this match. I'm very excited to see him in the chamber, see him live. It's gonna be really cool seeing him live, dude. Um, it's you know, I feel like we still might get an appearance of him, but we still have not seen a Roman Reigns match live at one of these fucking pay-per-views we go
Very
to.
true.
Shocker, but I'm glad to see Evans live, and I'm glad he's in that match. I'm very excited to see his interactions with like Orton, with how like close they are, backstage wise. He calls him Uncle Randy and all that stuff. So that's gonna be really cool to see as an interaction, wise. Which also just goes to show how much Cody is gonna win that match, because a lot of people think, oh, Randy's in there, he's gonna, do stuff with Cody, probably. But I feel like he's probably going to interact with like Javon Evans more, which is just going to be more of just Cody winning. But either way, I'm excited. I'm glad he's in the match, dude, and very excited to see how this match goes. So far, I do like that Knight's in there, that Evans is in there. You got a classic like Orton in there, and very intrigued to see who they put in there next. I'm sure. Well, I would really like if Reed got in there. I think you do need one heavy in there that they don't really have yet. So I would really like Reed in there. It's probably gonna be Jay, but I really like one heavy in there. So hopefully that. But I'm very glad Evans won, man, and if maybe he does face Dom. If not, I have no idea what he could do at Mania. Maybe Gunther? Maybe he's facing Gunther at Mania? Maybe something like that? Because it sounds better than Dragon Lee and Gunther at WrestleMania. I don't know, man. I genuinely don't know what they're doing with Mania and half of these people.
I don't know, man. This is shaping up to be another all-time fail for Triple H,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
It really is. I don't know, man, but yes, Javon Evans is in the chamber, and yeah, that was Monday Night Raw, man. As that caps off everything for the week of wrestling here today, man. Thank you guys so very much for joining us for another edition of Unscripted. This has been episode 287. As with that being said, man, we are one Monday Night Raw away from the go-home show to Elimination Chamber, man. So hopefully we are in store for a good show, man. But hopefully that's not too much of wishful thinking. But with that being said, that is everything. And thank you guys for joining us here today for another edition of NHP Unscripted, man. And with that being said, that is going to do it for episode 287. Thank you guys to everybody who joined us in the live chat. Thank you guys to everybody who joined us in the Replay Mafia. And with that, it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of NHP Unscripted. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you all on Friday with the news.